But today, Trump also restated his intention to roll back the regulations under Dodd-Frank that were enacted, that were written and enacted to prevent another financial collapse, which didn't cost the wealthy people a goddamn cent. As a matter of fact, they made a fortune on it. But for millions of us in this country, it resulted in a disaster. And so Dodd-Frank, so-called, was passed, and one of the primary requirements is that banks should not use other people's money to invest in risky adventures, because then when they lose, people lose everything. But Mnuchin has promised to kill the law, including the Volcker rule, which restricts banks from making certain kinds of speculative investments of the kind that led to the meltdown in 2008. But Trump said, quote, Dodd-Frank is a disaster. We're going to be doing a big number on Dodd-Frank. What the fuck? Who talks like that? I mean, that's the way teenagers talked, what, 20 years ago? Yeah, we're going to be doing a number on him. This is, oh, calm down. Jesus, God. Quit saying fuck. Trump said, we're going to be doing a big number on Dodd-Frank. The American dream is back. The American dream is back. This is when he was deregulating everything. I think it was, what, was that today when he was signing all the, yeah. He had apparently a 10-minute session with reporters today while he was signing executive orders slashing government regulations. How long ago was it when these filthy, hypocritical, just degenerate Republicans were screaming about Obama signing executive orders for shit like restricting the amount of garbage and pollution and poison that could be dumped into the atmosphere, right? Ooh, he's acting like a king. He's acting outside the parameters of the executive branch. He's stealing the democratic process. Yeah. And before meeting with business leaders this morning, it says here, Trump again took credit for the stock market, which recently crossed the 20,000 milestone for the first time. Oh, my God. He's got to go. I mean, the country can't withstand Bannon and Mnuchin and Sessions and Trump. And who's the other? Stephen Miller, the other psycho, and Pence. They've got to go. And I think that's why it's important for these demonstrations to continue every single day. And they've got to grow. This is what we've been talking about for how many years? We have our fascist regime. Now it's time to show the fascist regime that the American people are not going to tolerate it, are not going to accept it. And the other thing about Dodd-Frank that is probably the most important section is the requirement that banks undergo these periodic stress tests to monitor, how much cash they have, their liquidity, and their ability to withstand a financial shock, which is what happened with the collapse of the housing market in 2008. And whether anybody likes it or not, we are a global economy now. And Trump's not going to change it. He can put up every goddamn wall he wants to. It's not going to work. But because we're a global economy, the speculators and the liars and the cheats and the thugs like Steve Mnuchin in this country, who's soon going to be the Secretary of the goddamn Treasury, when they pulled their scam, it affected markets all around the planet. People were losing their homes in Spain, I mean, pick a country, because of the speculative bullshit that started in this country. And as far as Dodd-Frank, it says here, in response to that law, banks have curbed parts of their businesses, including proprietary trading, and focused more on raising revenue through consumer services. What a novel idea. Let's offer X for so much a month, and people can either take it or not. I'm not talking about what Wells Fargo did. Those sons of bitches. I'm not talking about that. All the fake accounts they open. Real accounts. Let's make some money through consumer services. Oh, okay. And keep in mind, I mean, I'm not trying to see the banks have all turned into good guys now, even though Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan Chase, said in a conference in December, it says here, quote, "We're not asking for wholesale throwing out Dodd-Frank." In other words, what Jamie Dimon is saying, we in this business are so goddamn irresponsible unless we have a law hanging over our head preventing us from fucking up the entire economy again. We'll just do it again. I'll make billions. But I'm glad we have Dodd-Frank that stops us from killing again. Stop me before I kill again. Jesus, God. It's unbelievable, isn't it?